Hey there, folks, and how is it going today? Welcome to another edition of Man, Those Folks Are Crazy, starting in January and continuing on through now. I swear, sometimes you think they might actually calm down, but man, you would be wrong. You would be dead wrong. You would think that these people, they would actually have maybe a reality check, have anything go on in their life, anything better, you know? There's there's something you would expect, something to be a little bit better than maybe brigading. I don't know. Like maybe they would have something fulfilling in their lives, and yet they never do. They never seem to. It's kind of amazing to watch, but baffling at the same time. Sad too. I mean, when you think about that, like how empty a person has to be. I mean, really, how empty do you have to be to go out and continue what these folks do? I mean, it is fun to laugh at these folks, but remembering what's in the center of it. I saw somebody post something the other day too that I thought, it's good in a way and it's naive in a way. I saw Vic calling for nicety, and I'm glad that he can have that opinion. I just don't know how you can ever be nice with people that will burn your life down in a heartbeat. I don't know how you ever stay nice. It's great that he can, but the reality is that, when people plan to burn down 30 other lives besides his, when they made it very clear, that's I don't know how you maintain that, in any way, shape, or form. Toy bounty hunters, what's up? What's the deal? What's the deal with what? Just everything today? Who knows? There's a lot of crazy out there. Like I say, there's something that I noticed from that certain website out there. And, here's looking at you. I don't even, stenographer there. Here's looking at you for that because you archived this very well. I thought this was an interesting conversation that I did not include in the title, but I thought would be worth hitting. And this is somebody talking about an experience with Pensacon. And, Pensacon, if nobody, just encapsulating them, they were the epitome of unprofessional behavior. They attacked consumers. They treated people like garbage. Fizz Fub, what's up? They treated everybody like they were teetotal trash out there, and it didn't surprise me, but it did really disappoint me to see a con attack people. Well, apparently, according to Spitfire here, there was a little bit more going on there as well. And I thought this was kind of a crazy story, which I'm going to catch in different captures, so we'll move back and forth through them. So you see this conversation start out. Just saw the tweet by I'm Supergirl. My brain just exploded. Apparently, it's not okay for a con to stand up to its beliefs, but it's okay for a con to file ethics complaints against Nick Rekieta because my feelings. I'm going to be a vegetable for the next few weeks. Then you see this come in. And like I said, I thought that this was kind of, hey, no problem. I thought that this was kind of interesting, like I say, when you look at it. So you see Securicon is going after Nick because the person who owns the con and Monica are friends. I was banned from their Facebook because I refused to be arrested or kicked out of the group for cosplaying as Rohan and with my JoJo group, and you see this conversation continue on. I thought, what is that about? You see somebody, yeah, not cool. Reason why I mentioned it was because my friend were going to take me if I did, continue that. Like I said, with that play. My friend Zach went to Pensacon dressed as Edward, hoping to get his Bulma figure autographed. Monica stated you need to leave rather, and he was escorted out of the con. Was told to leave or to be arrested. Fun times there, So apparently, cosplaying the wrong character, according to them, could have gotten you there because my safety. So, just going out, not even being, I stand with Vic, not even saying anything rude, simply showing up at a place dressed as the wrong character might have gotten you threatened, again, according to them. Now, if that is the reality, if that is, and very much I can believe that. When anybody would say that fan groups are dangerous, that all of these people are monsters, yeah, I can believe it very much so. Gagaloo to Zaru. Thanks for the €5 super chat. Pensacon threatens to arrest people standing with Vic. SJWs. This is fine. Bubba Fest. Monica is invited. SJWs. Unprofessional. Yeah, not only that, I truly believe that Pensacon faked a bomb threat. I truly believe that because of the way that all of that played out too. You know, you have them basically talk to Ethan Van Sciver. Ethan Van Sciver relays that news, and then you find out, well, that's the first that anybody's heard of it. You know, that Pensacon told no one. They told no proper authorities about that. So I think that they faked a bomb threat. I think that's the level of disingenuous behavior that you saw from that. Nemric Istos, thanks for the $5 super chat. I'm at work and want to watch this later. Please leave this up. I'll probably leave it up for a little bit so you can catch that. You know, I don't leave them up over a day. So yeah, I'll leave it up for you for a little bit though. All right. Thanks for the $5 super chat too. Did we ever get a follow up to the? No, we got them playing it up. That's the funniest thing. We never got a follow up to them actually putting that out there. They used it as victim cred. They tried to say, "Oh my God, look what these monsters did to us," but they never ever did anything with it. All right, I'm going to show you something that by itself may mean nothing. By itself may mean plenty of things. Now I'm going to show you something and be a little conspiratorial today, and this will go into its own video right after this thing. I've already set up a video, but I want to run through this because I want to see what you think about it. Now, of course, this is forum life. This is older, and you know, somebody hit me up with this, which they are definitely credited in the video for. I want to make sure that I credit them though, actually. Shoot, I can't remember who you are. If you're here, like, let me know. I credit you in the video part because I put this in a video part, but I really want to go over the idea to make sure it relates to people. Okay. It goes all the way back to the Brigaders. Now, you remember certain people out there. You remember certain people that were tied to the initial brigading. We're going to talk about Han Leia today, but before we get there, I want to talk about a Marzgurl, right? Now, Marzgurl, very well known out there. Yeah, I mean, somebody that felt that hashtag KickVic, they could kick that off. But not only kick that off, they could push enough narrative into being that they felt that these kind of messages would relay to a large enough audience that they could go out and they could continue purging people. They still believe this kind of stuff too, although they want it to drop off of them now. In fact, I've got a really fun long message from a Marzgurl trying to back out of that stuff. If people want to see that, would you want to see like a big cringy, oh, let me slide out of this, let me get away? That's kind of a theme today too. If you want to see that, let me know. Give me a little why out there in the audience because it's fun too. But you've seen this kind of stuff. And I always wondered myself, why do these people think that they have enough power to make this happen? You know, why would you think that? 2012 Jameson, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Y'all, there was a bomb. It was called hashtag KickVic. Oh yeah. All right. Looks like there are a lot of people that want to see that fun. All right, I'll read it to you in a little bit. It's a little longer, but it's fun. Now, there's an untapped gold mine out there, a place, of course, I want to tell you that when you go, you have to be careful about, because it's also, well, you got to make sure you understand TOS for. So just remember all of these websites. You got to understand TOS. Okay. But before we get there, like I said, you see these messages, like I say, they give this idea that these folks, they not only think they can operate with impunity, but they think that, well, they lead you to believe they have some kind of push behind the scenes. Now, you could see that made manifest, especially with something like IO9. You know, Beth the Elder was actually tied to someone like Marzgurl. And then when you started looking at connections with friends, it was quite insane. Someone sent me, in fact, a pretty damning, in my opinion, sheet of, of connections. I'll actually have to pull that up one day and go through it with everyone now that we're further away, so you can look back, because all of these threads, all of these connections, if you look at the degrees of separation from someone like a Marzgurl, you can understand how that person might proffer influence. Then you start finding things like this buried in Rooster teeth. And like I said, somebody brought this up to me. You notice the headline of this wonderful little post here, that was, again, out there within that community. Now, how many people are tied to this specific person? Whether they be fans from long ago or whatever, but 10 video producers I like that aren't Marzgurl. Huh. Again, notice where we're at, right? So it's just kind of interesting to see this kind of stuff pop up. And again, I realize that maybe that's conspiratorial, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see the way, if you look behind the scenes, like I say, and you look at all of the connection, if you look at all of it from just the channel awesome experience alone, then you look at all of the people, the brigaders that are friendly with this person. Then you look at the voice actors that are friendly, like the Amanda Wynn Lees and on, that not only know some lore, but also give out, friend passes. They call them us. When you look at one of the things that I took from, the Amanda Wynn Lee with the whole Marzgurl situation, in that whole thing about her being, racist and calling a black person 3/5 of a person, was this part. This one word really says something to me. The links these idiots go to dig stuff up on us. Not us as in me and you, but us as in we stand together. Us, this is a collective. It's a collectivizing word. It says a lot. It says a lot about the mindset of how people view another person. And I thought that was telling. But then running into stuff like this attached with Rooster Teeth, like I said, weird, huh? This special blog. So of course it'll appear not only here, but on Screw Attack. Again, this is older. Granted, I'm not as big into this site as I used to be, but I want exposure, So they go through. Here's whoa, and then they start into the whoa, hold it. We already know who's number one at best video producers, and that's Marzgurl. So just admit it already. So yeah, Marzgurl was a favorite of people like this back then, and this isn't so terribly long ago. It's very interesting too when you look at the person posting it, and it says that they joined like 3 years ago, yet this is 6 years old. I mean, I find that odd too, but okay. So I thought that was kind of interesting to go through, because again, if there's connection here, if there's layers of people that are interwoven behind something, then you understand how brigading it works to levels that go beyond the hashtag. They go beyond the current year crusading, and they go beyond the current year clap out there, the spreading of disinformation and on. Because think about how fast these people managed to burn down a veteran voice actor. If you look at IO9's report and you take that in and you see what was said there, and then you look at what these people managed to do. The veteran, he was investigated. Things came up inconclusive, but within 15 days of these people going at him, 2 weeks, one article, all of these places decided to abandon ship. Now, was that because of public pressure, or was it because specific people joined the fight? See, that's what I wonder there. I wonder again, could be very conspiratorial, maybe not, don't know, never will, but we can wonder, can't we? We can definitely wonder. Now here's a fun little post too. I think that should get a little bit of love here. So this was actually this is a long post. This is This is a Marzgurl post. I thought this was funny. This is actually from yesterday. So I had one YouTube comment in that I was willing to read and respond to. This is Marzgurl talking. I'm fine sharing it here along with my response. This was the original comment. And notice that these people are trying to wiggle away from what's going. This is going to be a theme today. We're going to go into Han Leia, but like I said, this is kind of a theme. So here's the question. Marzgurl, you really are statement. You really need to stand up for yourself better and make a video and talk about this whole thing. I'm not going to come out and say it right, because I'm sure you have certain words banned for comments. When you left Channel Awesome, you had no qualms about making videos on topics in the past. You even discussed the situation with Drew Wario. But now with these current accusations, you're floundering around. You have hardly done anything other than tweet day and night about it. If you really believe what you're saying, prove it. Your primary audience is not Twitter, it's YouTube. I would disagree with that. You're actually looking at the death of a channel. It's not YouTube either. And you are directly involved with this. Your audience has a right to know. Have a discussion video on your channel about this movement, and don't hold back. Don't censor yourself. Don't hide the like bar and be open. Yeah, right. Don't hide the like bar. Current year, any of these people, wouldn't that be crazy? Be truthful with facts. Because plenty of people are willing to obviously prove you wrong if they don't. Well, that's the problem. They'll shut you down in a minute. They don't even want this. It's simply too coincidental that there are plenty of other channels making videos and proving innocence when there is no one more prominent than you. They could be making a video response and prove them right. It doesn't need to be a constant back and forth thing. You can make one video to acknowledge your involvement. Be done with it. Just stop pretending this isn't going on. They're not losing subscribers by the minute. So this is what Marzgurl has to say. Although this is off topic for the video, this message was polite enough, all things considered, so I'll dignify a response. For what it's worth, thank you, Mort, for your 2 cents. Here's why I don't make a video. In general, I'm not a drama channel. Yeah, right. I have words to say about Channel Awesome because I was directly tied to them for 9 years. There was a huge hunk of my adult life. Intimidator0108, thanks for $5 super chat. Hey, Tug, how's it going tonight? Well, I lost a lot of respect for Rooster Teeth and Funimation. What you're talking about right now is very interesting. Yeah, I find this stuff really fascinating. Like I say, I find the anatomy of someone that can burn down something, their connection, and how these connective networks, the tissue of that, it spreads over. We have people like Shane Holmgren that are Holmberg. Shane Holmgren. I started making him into someone else, but Shane Holmberg that admit that this connection, it goes all the way through conventions, it goes through companies. All these people know each other. If they all know each other, if there's this collective cannibalization of others that they think are part of an out group, that's very interesting. So anyway, she goes through the Channel Awesome part. The Channel Awesome part, I don't really care about, but you see how that goes, and then she tries to say this kind of stuff. I don't tweet day and night about this. This isn't my life. Yeah, it goes on all the time. Just because you read a bunch of tweets really fast doesn't mean that's all I think about. You just consume a bunch of it, and and think that's what life is. If everybody else is bringing it to my doorstep night and day, yourself included, that's what reality is. So wait a minute. So is it not reality, or it is? I'm confused by that. My channel is not a place where I want Vic taking up residence. All those other channels, they accuse me of standing alongside victims for clout or to give my channel attention or whatever. Never mind the fact that I haven't made any Vic content on my channel, because your channel is a graveyard. Your channel is dead. Your channel, if you went out there, you would get eaten the fuck alive by people, because it wouldn't work anymore. Yeah, Channel Awesome doesn't control things anymore. They were huge back in the day. They could shut down dissenters. They could actually keep people in line. The old school motto for YouTube, that model has changed. Anybody can pick up a damn microphone and say what they want now. People like Guy with glasses and on, they can't shut you the fuck down. Linkara can't shut you the fuck down. People know who they are. And those people, they're just speed bumps, in the dustbin of history. I mean, it's nothing. Those folks are nothing. That's really what's happened there. Meanwhile, those other YouTubers are actively making a ton of money on drama and making entirely new videos every time I or someone else involved breathes. Yep, that is exactly right. Why? Because again, hmm, the anatomy of the anatomy of a crime, and people thinking they can get away with it, including this. In my personal opinion, that's pretty scummy. And I'm not here trying to scrape cash from a dumpster fire. What was the dumpster fire again? Oh, yeah, it's the thing you lit. It was called a career. Huh. Interesting, huh? It's very, it's very, it's very interesting how they don't like it when you shine a light on them. They never do. They don't like it because when you show people for who and what they are, the current year garbage, it may collectivize on Twitter or Tumblr. You may be able to get away with it there. But when you're talking about places like YouTube, where people can take your shit and tear it apart, or they can actually cover it from other sides, it doesn't fly as well, does it? These are people's lives, Vic's included. Yeah, that's a very interesting statement, isn't it? These are people's lives, Vic's included. I don't want YouTube attention or money based on the lives of victims or Vic. So what did you want from that? Huh? Isn't that interesting as well? Infamous Kit Kat, how's it going? Thanks for $2 super chat. These people are furthest from reality. Yeah, it's like they moved up the block from reality and they were like, nah, I don't like this house. I got to sell it and keep going. Alex Halo, thanks for $5 super chat. How's it going there? Noble Lost Pause is not a drama channel, and he still made a video on Vic. He asked the voice actors to stop insulting their fans. Yes, that is a very good that's a very good thing for anyone to ask for. Voice actors are treating fans like garbage. They divided fandom and they keep going, or they allow people in their periphery to do it. Monica very much is allowing someone that is directly tied to her to divide fans, and she's continuing on. She made a statement the other day talking about how she doesn't give hugs without consent, even though there are people out there that have posted videos of fan lines where she's given people hugs without consent. And again, that's not the issue to me is not giving a fan a hug. If you want to give a damn fan a hug, that's fine. Fans that come up to you and pay for a photo with you, that photo op, when they start bitching about it 3 years later, they're the ones with the problem. Not the voice actor, but the hypocrisy there, the hypocrisy in the statement that you do that. There is implied consent, in my opinion, that if somebody's going to hug you or kiss you on the cheek, when you go up and you get a photo with them, you fucking gave implied consent just walking the fuck up there. Like, what is wrong with these people? What world have we created? Like that, I will make videos fucking 5 times a day. If that's going to be the world and I can yell loud enough to stop some of it, you better damn well believe I'll be the tiebreaker for that. I'll stand there until people like no longer listen, because that cannot be the world. That can't. If that becomes the norm out there, then we have lost something. We have lost not only a connection, but trust. We have gone out and we have betrayed the very people that are the bedrock of enjoyment for escapism. We have betrayed people like a Vic if we don't stand up and say that it can't be the end all like these folks want it to be. See, that really kills me there. It always kills me. Uh, I always thought you were a comic book fan. I'm not anymore, main guy. I don't give a fuck about comics anymore. And you know why? Because it happened for 2 years in comic books. 2 years. 2 years. You can only be spit on so many times before it kills something. It kills something about what you like. I won't give any of my money to a Marvel or DC, nothing. Not a dime anymore. They won't get anything from me. And I'm watching this play out, and this stuff may not get a dime from me as it keeps going forward again. It's very easy to kill that. So yeah, no, I'm a whatever, I like to point my finger and laugh at things channel. Infamous Kit Kat, thanks for $5 super chat. Getting a hug from Monica, even Jamie, may end up with some kind of flesh-eating disease that there's no cure for. Also, having a great day so far. I'm glad you're having a great day and you don't have that flesh-eating virus. I'm glad that didn't happen to you. Yeah, comics. They act just like this kind of stuff. I mean, they're terrible with that. It's gone sideways. All of this stuff, and you have, people ask why some of these brigaders that pop up matter. They're moving over now into anime, but they popped up into comics. Why do they matter? Because they're empowered by professionals there, like a Renfamous, for example. That person doesn't matter in the least. But when a Marvel, when their chief creative officer backs them up and tells them, well, great job attacking those dissenters, that's a problem. And it's the same problem that we're seeing from voice actors who, when you start looking up, when people start really getting interested in this, when they really start looking and they start looking at, say, all the people that are attached to Funimation, when they really start looking, they look at everyone that's attached. I'm talking about people that are involved in sound design and on. You're going to really feel what Funimation and other companies are like. And you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it at all because they don't respect you. That's going to be the wake-up call that a lot of people have. And that's what we're building toward. Either a company will fucking respect you and your money, or they can sit down. I think that is the biggest message to take from any of it. Wing Paragon, thanks for the £5 super chat. Appreciate that. Hugs without consent is bad, but owning child, yes, owning CP, telling people to kill themselves, and inciting vandalism and violence, all good. My brain hurts. It makes my it really disgusts me, the standards again that we have set up. It disgusts me to the end that I don't know. And it's beyond escapism. It points to a cultural shift that we have watched happen over the last 5 years. I would say 5 years. It's been heavily. At least people, maybe that culture has always been there, but that culture has felt like it could come out in the limelight. And if you learn anything from comic books, it's this. This will kill your industry. It will kill it. If you go in and you look at comic book numbers now, they are a shadow of what they should be. But that's the life of it, Kakaloo to Zaru, thanks for the €5 super chat. I always say that if society keeps going how it's going now with all these SJWs, instead of a Star Wars like future, we'll go back to the Stone Age. Yeah, I'm gonna end up with a wall built around us, and we're gonna really get that wall. We're gonna have SJW Titans wandering around, and then we're gonna start discovering the mysteries of what's inside the wall and on. There you go. It's gonna be like Attack on Titan. No, don't let that SJW eat you. Angela Richter, thanks for the $5 super chat. It all comes together when you realize it's all based on envy. Yeah, I could definitely see that with, especially when you think about meritocracy and meritocracy like being destroyed there. I like the term you used yesterday, grifters. Yeah, and grifter isn't just a person that comes in and takes money. Grifter is also somebody that comes in and they grift merit. That's all of the merit. To talk about anything, the merit, it's sad. It's sad that stuff like this has to happen. It's sad that people have to stand up and put these people on blast, because otherwise, again, where does it go next to? If you can stand up and say one thing about it, but where does it go next time? What happens next time? We watched things go from calling out the conspiracy basically in video games. So then we see in comic books, the conspiracy is already there. The collusion between media and on. We see that in every field. It's very, very prominent. You see it very heavily with comic books as well, and now with anime. But beyond that, look at the way that they've impacted the biggest people in all of that. With the Van Sciver, for example, that guy was called a Nazi. By the way, if you haven't checked out comics like Cyberfrog and on, definitely do so. They give a nice middle finger and that kind of stuff, but they're also good wear. But they tried to destroy his career by saying he was attached to Nazism and on. This, they went right past go and they said that guy out there, he's a P to the E to the D to the O. That guy, he's a homophobe. That's a new word that's allowed to burn anything down. He's phobic. He hates this kind of stuff. And Dean Domino 25, thanks for $2 super chat. Pensacon arrest story might be fake. Check farms. Hey, I was looking through there. Man, that stuff rolls really fast. I'm gonna have to keep going with that then. Sleepy, thanks for the dollar super chat. It doesn't allow you to state anything, but it definitely does allow a statement. I appreciate you helping out with that, making sure I didn't miss anything in there. But continuing this, my Twitter audience and my YouTube audience are very similar in numbers. People come to me on Twitter daily. YouTube is slow for me. Yes, YouTube is slow because you don't create anything anyone gives a shit about. And that's what I'm comfortable with. I have a life outside of YouTube, and nothing I do with any explicit intention of doing it for more views. So again, you always, I like how it's not about views, but it's about something else. Like, why do these brigaders do what they do then? Is it because of mafifis? Is it because they think they'll get some clout behind the scenes? Is it because of envy, like we've just said, with grifters out there? I mean, what is it? DJ Ace, thanks for the $2 Canadian super chat. Did you see the video about the alleged KickVic victim? The alleged, are you talking about, oh yeah, you talking about the girl with the pictures? Yeah, I commented on that video to her too. I'm very saddened by that, because some of the people that have been made into victims have been fans very much so. They've had their pictures taken, they've had this used against them, and they feel like they've done something wrong. They've had to remove moments that were precious to them because other people were brigading with them and they're destroying lives with them. And I think that's reprehensible. I think that's awful. As fans, we have to call that shit out. So the more you might spend more time on YouTube. I do not. I could be wrong, but I would expect that you haven't spent much time with me or my content to understand that I have decided that pace in which I interact with each social media platform. Twitter is absolutely where I spend more time and where I talk to reach more people, and I'm way happy to. So weird to me that, again, we get this whole narrative here, but this doesn't lord over my days. I don't tweet about this day and night, but I spend all my time on Twitter talking about this stuff. Interesting, isn't it? Like I said, narrative. Baltic Enigma, thanks for the $10 Australian super chat and continued support and getting me that cool intro, which I'm going to keep mixing in periodically. I'm convinced SJWs have a deck of cards with words on them and draw them out at random to choose what they should accuse people of. That's scary and funny at the same time. This person is a shuffle deck, draws card, P to the E to the D to the O. I could see that, honestly. I think they play a weird game behind the scenes. I think some of them get together, very much so. They also know this. SJWs know that if you don't control their crowd, then their crowd will turn on you. Sooner or later, they'll turn on you. And they always do. They always eat their own. Always. It's a beautiful, if you don't like somebody that stood up, in those SJW ranks, just wait, because they will be consumed inevitably by the same people that they're standing with. Julie Norwood, thanks for the £2.99 super chat. My daughter and hubby met Vic last year. He was lovely. A lot of people have told me that too, and I appreciate all of you that have told me that as well, because it gives me a feel for the guy. And I get a feel for the guy. He's calling for nicety and things like that all the time. He's also he's almost begging people to be nice. And unfortunately, I don't know how if we would have gone with that statement, Vic needs to be a professional. He needs to stay nice. He needs to be who he is. If everybody out there had to be nice and didn't pick up those rocks and look underneath them, where would we be right now? I mean, where would that person be? Where would the next person be? These people, they need to be shamed and ridiculed to the point that they don't feel that this is the way forward, for sure. For Gongo, is Gondo? Is that for Gondo? for Argondo. I'm not sure. Hey, thanks for the 50 DKK super chat. Hey there. Thanks for the cool stuff you do and that relaxing, wonderful voice. And now bedtime. Yeah, a lot of people are like, listen to that for bedtime. That's why I've been putting my videos up later at night too. I've been making a video and putting them up later at night. That way I can lullaby you to sleep. There you go. In the beginning, there were a handful of people trying to have a more rational discussion about this, not a screaming, angry, rage-filled discussion. People who stood with victims. So, in the beginning, there was only one side, and that side was having a discussion about how to burn other people down. That's the only thing out there. In the beginning, it was peaceful because we lorded over the conversation. In the beginning, there was only us, and it was good. You see that? You see that idea. But, sometime the darkness is going to come. And, well, the darkness, that's basically fans that say, don't love that. Don't love it at all. It's your Cinco Negrones. Thanks for the $2 super chat. The SJW is a cannibalistic parasitic life form. Yeah, they love to chew on each other. They love to chew on people and on. It's crazy with that stuff. Tug, you keep saying they have envy, and I'm picturing envy from Full Metal Alchemist. I always think of gluttony. I could see one of them being like, virtue. They got their Full Metal Tramp stamp like right on their tongue. They're like, Full Metal Tramp stamp. Oh, I never look at that again the same. Oh man. But every single one of those videos, even from a girl very calmly and rationally talking from the experience of having studied law, got shouted down in her comments and dislike bombed. So, the mob out there, again, you folks out there, if you don't agree, you're just a bunch of monsters, even to a rational girl who studied law. Well, how dare you do that? So you're not supposed to get dislikes or other comments that disagree. Very interesting how that works, isn't it? Real Spider Phantom, thanks for the $2 super chat. Finally caught you live. Thanks for your work. Hey, glad you caught that there. By the way, most people, if I don't note this, if YouTube doesn't note this to you, I try to come in at 5:15 every day Central Time. Same time, right in there, 5 to 5:15. I like to live stream. It gets me. It lets me sit down and and unwind, and also talk about just the sheer insanity of these folks. Anyone who has dared say anything in support of victims rather than Vic might as well have not bothered, because the conspiracy theory channels out there have all radicalized tens of thousands of viewers. Did you realize that? Hey, I guess number one, this is the same language that I heard when I talked about stock reports, that we were out there spreading conspiracy. I talked about IDW, a company now that is collapsed. It is up for sale. I talked about it for 2 years, told people forever it was collapsing. You know what I heard? Same thing. Conspiracy. You're a conspiracy channel. You just spread this kind of insanity. That's not reality, and then when people would respond to that, of course, we were all just like this. You're radicalizing viewers, and I think that is such an insult to viewership. You don't have your own mind. You're radicalized out there, said by YouTubers, nonetheless. Isn't that interesting too? Who are now out here on the rampage and flooding every inch of social media and jumping down everyone's throats. I can't say that people standing with KickVic have not done several similar things, which of course is reprehensible. But to say that is equal in any way, shape, or form would be severely misleading. It's like I've told you before. This isn't a conversation. I don't feel that I owe these people. I don't feel I'm obligated to any sort of nicety at all. Why? Because, when you come in and you look at the two sides, you have people that set things on fire, and you have people that put out fires. Now, you tell me, is an arsonist and a firefighter, are they the same thing? Is a doctor bringing you the cure to the current year clap? Is that doctor out there? Is he the same as the people spreading it to everyone? No, of course not. But they want it to be. They want it to be. Cool man, 229. Thanks for $5 super chat. Gloria Borger's voice. Marzgurl is making yourself look even dumber. And that's just my opinion, which I'm not supposed to give. There you go. She does every time these people speak up, every time, every time. On the daily, I'm getting death threats or people wishing that I would die. And I haven't even made a video. It would be 100 times worse if I actually did. Yeah, every day I'm getting death threats. Every day I get death threats. That's also the current thing. If you disagree, it's a death threat, because you're basically you're calling in their lifestyle question. You're calling in the regaining choices. So of course, death threat. Death threat. It's always the death threat. The current year clap makes it sound like an STD. Yep. Socially transmitted disease. There you go. That's it. Yeah. It's really weird. Like I get quite a few saucy comments sometimes, and that's fine. The only one I thought was particularly overboard was, talking about like, hey, you got things you like kids and family. And we know what they say about that. Nice things and baseball bats. That thing I thought was a little overboard. But, by and large, I don't give a shit what people say to me. By and large, I just don't care. You can agree, disagree. I mean, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion. It's a wonderful thing out there. And there are many people that the problem is that folks out there with their opinion, see, they don't say that you're wrong. They say that you stand with an ARPist, an R to the A to the PIST. So they say this, that you condone a specifically reprehensible action. They're not telling you that you're part of an argument and that you're wrong. Those type of people are trying to ruin you by default. They will try to, that's what they do. That's their game. And if they're playing that game, if they're trying to spread that idea, well, of course, that's not a conversation anymore. Now, is it? If you're on the side that sends death threats, if you're the monsters that go out and SWAT, even though, they've been disproven and these people keep trying to bring that up as real, then what are you? What are you standing with? And that's another reprehensible thing about that too. Like, who are you exactly? Mind you, there's absolutely a part of me that would love to talk about this, to pinpoint every step of the last 2.5 months of this dumpster fire, and even address how I have been an asshole in the distant past too. But everything has shown me that it wouldn't matter and that people wouldn't actually watch. People wouldn't actually watch. There you go. People actually wouldn't listen because, you've destroyed yourself there. However, maybe one day I'd consider it. The whole thing has to be over. I mean, really over. Whole court thing here. Fear. I'm afraid I'll get sued. You see that there? That's also what we're going to see from Han and Leia. It has to actually happen. It has to go all the way through, and it has to wrap up at the end. Or many discussions of it happening has to finally drop. There has to be some indication that we are on the other side of this thing. Well, they want to be on the other side because that means that they're all clear. They don't have to worry about being sued, and they don't have to worry about the harm that comes to reputation and on. And I don't know what would be more or when that would happen. When that would be, rather, when that would happen. Because to make a video in the middle of it just mean more stuff happening, it doesn't need to. So no, you just write out a freaking an essay here. Instead of making a 5-minute video, you write like a 12-page document. I acknowledge my part in igniting a fire. But I'm not out here trying to make a video which amounts to throwing gasoline on that fire. Yeah, you've already done that. And going on, those 300 some odd people who unsubscribed, let them. Out of 18,000, I'm completely content with that. If that was the only number of people who can't understand that the victim should be at very least listened to, and the conspiracy theorists are out for clicks and money and don't really care about Vic or the situation at all. This always annoys me too. It's like this. Okay, they love to say this about Nick Rekieta, but anybody, let's throw anybody out there. Yellow Flash, myself, Hero Hay, anybody that you know. If they were only out there for money, if that's the only motivation whatsoever, and they do something good in the process, is that a bad thing? I mean, I'm curious about what you think about that. The Pale Hammer, I like it. Thanks for $9.99 super chat. My friend actually ended up getting hit by Vic in his car a few years ago at a con. Thankfully, he was not injured and did not press charges. Vic bought him around at a local bar to say sorry. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun there. I, you know, I had Vic elbow drop me once. No, I'm just kidding. If your friend actually did get hit by a car, that sucks. You know, that doesn't. I'm sure these people would say he was trying to hug him with a bumper, and it was unconsensual. It was definitely unconsensual. Wing Paragon, thanks for the £5 super chat. They're trying to calm the fire they themselves started that became an inferno because they're about to burn in it. And it is glorious. Yes, very much so. Dragon Fist 900. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for $4.99 super chat. Hey, Tug. Infamous is at it again. Tried to bait me into having her on my channel. Do it. Do it. Do it, Dragon Fist. Do it. Seriously, do it. I mean, if that person would actually pop up on your channel, yeah, you could have fun with that. They think that they can come in and serve you up, man. You could do it, but at the same time, I know what your content is like, but yeah, that would actually be funny. She never had the audacity to go in and to pop in on someone else's channel. So she's calling you soft, brother. She's calling you soft. You could take it. You could do it. You could do it. No, I mean, that's you. And just want to stick to these NPC SJWs or whatever it is that they're terrified of. Are you terrified? Are you terrified? I hear the step. I hear the lockstepping of people coming down the avenue, burning down lives. And I think that if they continue, it could be a very terrifying thing. But terrified of them individually, no. That's why you stand up and yell at them. I'm absolutely fine where I'm at. And all the other 10,000 people currently at my doorstep, you weren't watching me in the first place. And you never were going to. You were never going to subscribe to me, and I wasn't out there to get subs. Yep, this will make sure you don't get any. In reality, little to nothing in my life has changed. Yeah, except that says a lot about somebody. Little nothing has changed in my life. I just burned some people down, and hey, then I had a hamburger, and that was good. Gabriel K, thanks for the $5 super chat. Borderlands 3 Epic Store exclusive. Pisses me off. Sorry, just had to vent. Hey, that's okay, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and thank you for the venting as well. That's funny. I'm so mad. I've got to vent. I've got to have someone else say it because it makes me so mad. That's actually funny. I like it. Yeah. Now this has been a theme that has been popping up, like I say, okay. I want to introduce you to a Han Leia. Now Han Leia, you may remember. If you don't, let's see. Let me close a couple of these just because they need to be out. That one needs to be closed. What about that one? That one needs. I'm closing up there. No, I guess these are all garbage ones. That's okay. Let me close these up with you real fast. And there's that one that I want. Now, you may recognize this person. And the reason they're important in any way, shape, or form is because they set this fire. Now, I want to show you a little tweet that they threw out the other day. And I think this is very important, too. This is them right now, talking about where we are right now. Look, people have been saying it for years. Sexual assault and homophobia were things I read about. I've not personally witnessed in real life. Remember that about this person. This is a person that set off a firestorm. They were one of the people. There were about 3 people that were quoted by a certain person that put together a hashtag KickVic. And you notice they're all trying to roll out from under the steam, the freaking steamer. It's just rolling toward them. I mean, you can see that. So this was the same person. Again, you saw their comment there. I've read about it, not personally witnessed in real life. And admission, they have never seen this, right? The Killer Critic, thanks for $2 super chat. Nothing will be more fun than seeing Mars go into debt. I bet you they don't have anything to take though. Just basically all future earnings deposit here. There you go. That's pretty much the way that would have to go. Can you post a link? I have a hilarious back and forth with Monica. Yeah, here, let me give you that. Like I say, anybody with a wrench, do not ban anybody, do not mute anybody, none of that fun stuff. So, Hanleia. Now, this is Hanleia early on, and you look at the amount of likes this had when I clipped it, and I clipped this a long time ago. I have no idea where this is standing now, but it came up a day before the hashtag KickVic kicks off. So, Vic Mignogna is a homophobic, rude a-hole who has been creepy to underage female fans for over 10 years, and I've been screaming about this since 2010, but every year nothing changes. Huh. So I've been hearing stories about, but you know that guy out there. Him being rude to staff is a rumor. I've literally staff cons he was in. Every single staff member hated him, but we were told we'd be kicked out if we revealed things to outsiders. They joke you can only punch him once. He's really that bad, guys. So, again, never saw anything happen, never personally witnessed any of the homophobia or other standards out there, but you have the coffee line. Hey, a burly gnome, how are you going, my friend? I think it would have been easier to make YouTube money if you guys had made Vic out to be a monster, if that was all you cared about. I think in the moment, I think it's a risky endeavor when you stand with someone, because in this day and age, it's counterculture to go against the grain, to go out and to actually stand up for anyone and to stand up for due process. That's counterculture. It's the same counterculture that says that if you if you vote a certain way, that's not a thought crime. If you have any type of religion, that's not a thought crime. You can do whatever you want out there. If you any skin tone, all of that doesn't matter. In fact, I don't care about it. That's a thought crime too. All of that's thought crime. Richard Fitzwell, thanks for $5 super chat. Appreciate that. I'm thinking about starting a channel called Richard's Unicorn Barn. We could then team up and be rub and tuck. Yeah, that sounds really like a great idea there. Rub and tuck. Thoughts reach me. Yeah, that would then we would attract people like Moose Ballman, who talked about me and rub and tug so many times. If you want to see like creepy tweets, oh Lord, one day I'll have to pull those out for everybody to hear. Blah, Yeah, just look at the hypocrisy when it comes to Joe Biden. Exactly. Joe Biden goes out, very inappropriate with hugging, I would say, on the stage that he's out there. But again, these people are like, nah, no big deal. But then, a guy at a convention that is paid to stand with people, and he gives a picture, right there. Oh, no, got to burn him down. Very, very interesting about that stuff, especially with the newest Joe Biden stuff. I saw that. I thought, what the heck? It's like that with anybody in their ranks, though. I remember, if anything sticks with me, when I went back, I've been involved with comic stuff. I look back at games, and if anything stuck with me in games, there was the Sarah Nyberg mess. The Sarah Nyberg mess, where this person went out and they were talking about having, they said they were an edge lord at the time. But if you've never read any of that, it's particularly creepy. It's a person talking about how they want to have relations with their, I think, 8-year-old cousin. And they're talking about it very, very openly. Milo Yiannopoulos, that's really the thing that sparked him being on the stage, where people noticed him with games there. And those people, they make excuses for it, but these are the same people that tell you that folks out there, like, again, a certain sister with a brother found with a computer full of crap. Well, or, 4 videos. Let me rephrase that. Not a computer full of 4 videos. That's plenty enough. That's 4 too many. 4 videos that relate to some of the worst stuff out there. All those people are okay with that. They think that the Vic situation and that are totally different because, due process belongs to that brother, but not to Vic Mignogna. I think that's so weird. If there are any ARPists in this whole Weeb wars, they're on the KickVic side, on ours. You don't know how people in entertainment are. There have been plenty of awful people in entertainment. That is That is the double-edged sword, and something that I have trouble with sometimes because their their culture that they build up. I don't trust most pros, period. You know, somebody was asking, for example, about babysitting. They were bringing up Michael Jackson. Would you let Michael Jackson babysit your kid? And I thought, I wouldn't let anybody babysit my kid that's out there in entertainment, but that doesn't mean they're guilty of something. You know what I'm saying there? That doesn't go with due process. So the idea there, it's very easy to go out and to want to lead with feelings because these are the worst statements that you can make about a person. The most defenseless people out there. What if it was your child? What if it was your wife or your sister or your daughter? You know, and that is supposed to evoke a certain response, and it does in many people. That's what it's intended to do. It's scary there, you know. Asia Frazier, thanks for the $2 super chat. $2 hug equals $4 use of body. Arrest Vic for prostitution. No, you stand in line. What I don't get with this stuff, right? You stand in line, you pay what? $40 or more to like get a signature and to get a picture with somebody, and then years later you don't just have it's not like buyer's remorse with relationships. You see people saying, "Oh, I was with that. No, I didn't consent. I didn't want that." It's buyer's remorse when it comes to hugs. I mean, so yeah, you paid that money and you don't feel like anymore that you got that. So 5 years after the fact, boom, got that. Hey, go get your bus. No. See you later. I don't understand that. I mean, it goes beyond all of that stuff. So anyway, he's really that bad. I don't know what to tell you guys if you don't believe me. It's a shame my original 2010 to 2012 Twitter is dead, because then you could see even all the way back then me complaining about him in the exact same way, and how I got ats from other con staff scolding me for it. I don't know firsthand accounts of him being creepy to underage girls. I've lost online receipts over the years. But given everything I know about him, let's see. I was gonna go with 1 million. Let me see how many. Actually, 10 million% believe those accusations. So, I don't have any proof. I don't have any proof of that, but I'm going to brigade hard and pretend that I do. I'm going to talk about him being a monster and on. And then after the fact, I'm going to say, hey, I've never had any firsthand accounts. I was just showing off what was going on there. Here's some old tweets of them too, because they got attention now. They got attention. So they're saying back in 2014, this was what I was doing. I mean, Q and his fangirls being pissed off at staff and so on. Vic is so bad to con staffers that were banned from discussing him. I don't care about Vic's skills because he's an a-hole. And you see this being shared. And well, after that's coming up, you follow this conversation forward, like I say. And as you move forward, bam, here's where it goes. That's exactly where we go. You see Funimation. I think it may be time to reconsider hiring Vic Mignogna. I mean, you can see them brigading. And again, it worked. It worked. So Han Leia, again, we have the news statements, but Han Leia has been doing their damnedest to squirm out from under it. In fact, Supergirl provided a very interesting little a little conversation snippet that I've really enjoyed. There's these there's a bunch of this, but it's worth looking at. It's definitely worth looking at. I thought it was kind of funny to see how all of this stuff goes through, the way that the conversation goes. This is Han Leia going in. Listen, I don't care who you are, but I've been told you're talking about me and claiming I'm part of some conspiracy. I'm not. I just saw people mentioning creeps in the industry and offered Vic's name. I don't have any interesting experiences. It was the fact that people responded to my thread with their own, that my tweets blew up. So I don't have any experiences. I didn't actually have any. See, no experiences there. Even though I've been trying to shout him down off the stage since, I say, 2010, 2012. I don't really have any reason to do that. I had nothing to do with the creation of hashtag. I didn't know Marzgurl or any of that. I've been a vocal critic of ANN, spreading my name around when I just responded to what was already brewing, and people coincidentally jumped on mine has led me to getting a ton of shit. So, these people, they hate getting a ton of shit about it, they hate getting that reaction. But hey, oh, yeah, beautiful stuff. So you've been talking about Vic for more than a dozen times since 2013. Can you tell me why you've been talking about him if he never hurt you? He never hurt me sexually or anything. He's just incredibly rude to the extent that we were asked not to have him return. I never claimed he did anything sexual. I never claimed he was a monster or a homophobe. Oh, wait, you did. You totally did. Listen, I don't want anything to do with this shit. They don't want anything to do with it now. Been shouting again about the guy since 2012. But when they get the attention they don't crave, then they want nothing to do with it. Ah, it's interesting. You pull the pin out of the hand grenade, you juggle it around for a couple of seconds, and then you realize, holy crap, this thing's going to blow up. That's not good. It's like I talk about like a sideshow. If you think about a sideshow, imagine these people standing out there doing an act. They're out, and say you could be protected from this. They're out juggling dynamite, right? It would make a hell of a sideshow, right? You'd enjoy watching that. But juggling lit dynamite, all too often how that would end up. Sure, they may be able to flip that stuff up, put them out every now and then, get that right. But you always, when you're doing it, sooner or later, inevitably, somebody's going to blow something the hell off. And that's what they did. They basically, they saw this thing explode. It exploded eye level. And well, it took a lot with them. Fun times there. Fun times. I'm already doxxed. So they're, I've gone out of my way to block and to mute things. But you notice this person made contact too. You notice this is contact that they made. I'm being doxxed already. So they tell them, please, can you tell me anything? Monica's doxers are after me. Sorry, you're being doxxed. And then can you understand why I want to be out of this? If Vic is innocent of severe crimes, then good. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go what? Let him go what exactly? Silent D Productions. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Why can't we ever have anything nice? Because people like this, they come through and they key it rather in the real world or in the e-world. They always got to break things. Automod. Did you see the Norkey girl post Ari Vic from 2010 references Christianity several times, calls him phobic and his fangirls creepy. Early rumor stock. Yeah, I remember that. Is this a new one, by the way? I don't know if I've seen the brand new one in that, but I've seen the stuff that's been brought up yet again. Yeah, I've seen that early rumor stock be basically recycled by these folks again and again. Are they trying to do that yet again? They'll return to go, when it's convenient for them. It doesn't change that bad behavior to staff is reason that I didn't want him in mine. I don't even live in the same country anymore. So they're brigading out of country. They've been going again at him since 2010 to 2012. I don't even live in the same country anymore. Not my problem, but hey, it's just like the Trump derangement. It's like an extension of it or something. My God, I just jumped the gun. I have nothing to do with any of them. Lindsay, so they're talking about, well, I got carried away. I got carried away, y'all. I mean, serious, right? I have nothing to do with any of them. Then, talking about the ANN people. Lindsay followed me and I followed back, but I didn't recognize her name prior to that. Literally half of ANN and film are have me blocked. Oh, that's great there. And you can see, actually, this is nicety being returned here. Very much so. Nicety being returned. Here's proof I staffed cons. I prefer you not post that publicly. Shh, I won't post that. I won't post that at all. Here's proof I staffed cons. All right, there you go. Beautiful stuff. I still think there was an investigation that determined his guilt. I still think that happened. I think that happened, and that's enough. I don't think it was my tweets. You don't think that after this message stuff comes up after the IO9 article comes out and tells you again that there was there were findings out there that noted that it was inconclusive. These people were not going to fire him, and then this stuff pops up on social media. So yeah, they had nothing to do with that. I didn't post that. I've never shown that. I don't know what you're talking about. Over goddess. I've never seen that. Never seen it before. I don't think it was my tweets. I think it was industry people speaking up. I can't sit here and say if he 100% did criminal wrongdoing, but I believe it doesn't have to be creepy and a fireable offense. But I do believe it doesn't have to be creepy and a fireable offense. It would have blown up without me. I'm irrelevant. Da da da. Please don't hold me accountable. Please. I like that. Alex Halo, thanks for the $10 super chat. If Vic was a homophobe, he wouldn't work in anime voice acting. There you go. Yes. There's still a lot of Yuri and anime. There was even some characters that were gay in animes he is voiced in. Yeah, and he actually he's been involved with going out and calling out protesters and all, which these people, of course, shout down. They shout down the very idea that he did that. Oh my God, he never did that. Yeah, just the video. Well, it was just a performance piece. He was just putting on a show, a little song, a little dance, yeah. Good stuff there. And Doug is a microphobe. The microphobe. Oh man, these people. I don't want to have anything to do with this further. I don't gain anything from this. Quite the reverse. If anyone does benefit, it's people monetizing YouTube videos. Man, they hate that you take their stuff and laugh at them. Oh, they hate it. They hate it. All right. So, you see, like, again, the brigading and on that happened within that stuff, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of beauty here. Hello again. This is a functionally dead account, but I'm incredibly curious as to what you're trying to claim. I, in good faith, gave you proof that I wanted nothing more to do with Vic and that I was not part of some conspiracy with A&N or Marzgurl or anyone. I stopped talking about him publicly for likely over a month. I deleted tweets when people were using them in attempts to dox people, as well as to no longer be part of anything and instead let both sides deal with their issues, something I publicly stated. You cannot go out and try to burn someone's life down and then say, fuck it, I'm out. That's not how it works. That is not how this works. You went out and you were in this new world lynch mob. It's a brand new freaking face of it, but it's the same old equation. They might as well have strapped on some nice little pointy hats and gone out and found them a rope, because you know what? They got together. They found them a current year word, a word that straps on to someone, and they found their own N word. They've been using it too. It's called Nazi. It's called alt-righter. That is their current year word, where they can go out and they can destroy people's lives with it. And it's sad. It's very sad indeed to see. But they don't want anything to do with it. When the tide changes and when people say, no, I am not going to listen to this. This is garbage here. I stated too that I knew screenshots existed already, so it wasn't as if I was hiding information. I deactivated my Twitter when my family's personal information was posted for their own safety. Yeah. You claim to be against doxing and wanted to help against any sort of doxing, including Monica. I claimed that a public figure was rude, to which he self-admitted he claimed it was, though giving his own explanation, claiming it had to do with contracts. I gave you evidence as to why I thought he was a homophobe, and gave you evidence and stated that it was a matter of opinion and that others were free to disagree. Unless you disagree and then you're trying to dox them. I gotcha. I stated that if he isn't found guilty in criminal wrongdoing, then of course he shouldn't be charged, and stated that false accusations are, of course, are wrong. Did you now? Did you? Because I didn't really get that feeling there. Eris Equinox, thanks for the $10 super chat. The various claims on the number of victims over 10 plus years would mean at least a handful of police reports would have been filed, statistically speaking, yet none have been produced. How about that? I think that's very telling. That's something that they want to try to deflect and say, well, people don't go forward because of. Well, people don't go forward because of. When you think about what they considered victims as well, again, police would think, what the hell, when it comes to people paying for pictures at a convention. I will say this, however. I damn well hope Vic is smart enough to understand that these people are coming at him hard, and that some of these people, when he goes to conventions, they will try to burn him down. So I damn well hope that Vic is recorded 24/7. When he's around that kind of stuff, I hope he records every moment, because there will be people out there that try to go forward and try to say that there was some crime. You better believe that one of these people, they will try their damnedest to go out, because they're going to try to save their own skin. Some of them will do it just for clout. If you see how many of them stepped up in the beginning and added to it, it very much says that they were out for clout. They wanted to be. They liked it. They love that clout. The clout chasers, man. It's fucking ridiculous. But it's also it's ugly. It's ugly. I'm so disappointed in human beings these days. I don't even know what to tell you sometimes. I am. Don't you folks get disappointed in these folks? I mean, when you see this, when you see how they try to wiggle and writhe, the best way to wiggle and writhe out of something like this? Don't do it. There's the simplest term to it. Don't get involved burning people down. Then you don't have to go out and say, please don't show what I said before. Very, very happy to point out, from 2010 to 2012, you were brigading against a person. But now, please don't involve me, because, oh my God, I'm not that person. Oh, you got to leave me alone. So what exactly changed, I might ask? So, they go through this and they try to lay this again. This was on Supergirl. They tried to lay it on them, saying, I thought you were against doxing. I thought that when I went out and I told you all of this, that I could draw the line and I could say when things are over. I could set a fire and then I could walk away, because, hey, that's not what I was trying to do. If you posted one thing and were wrong about it, I could see that. I really could. I could see a person out there that was uninformed about something going along with a narrative and actually being wrong about it, and seeing the light of it. I've seen a few people that were anti-Vic at first, for Neverworld, and he didn't take an anti-Vic stance, but he said, when he was talking with Yellow Flash and myself, he said, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, this is bad, basically. But the more he heard about it and the more he saw about it, the more it made him question. And when he did that, he had to speak out and oppose this insanity. And that, I think you do have people that will say that. But this person is not one of them. This is one of the people that heralded the charge. They blew the bugle and they said, let's march over this guy. And then that's the way they move forward there. Jamie Marchi is already attacking Infamous. Actually, if you read that, that's actually not an attack. I think that was that was a mess up. For Everworld is, I don't know for Neverworld, positively or negatively, but I thought that what he said there was very, even if you don't like the guy, I didn't have any bad interactions with him. So, I don't know a lot of other YouTubers. I involve myself with very few YouTubers. That's the reality of things too. I have certain people I like a Hero Hey, Yellow Flash I've known for a long time. Nick Rekieta, Nick Rekieta stood up for me and stuff, and they're comic book folks as well. But I don't know him, but I thought that he had a very good, decent point there. So, I know he talked about growth. People grow. They do, Dragon Fierce 900, thanks for $4.99 super chat. Do you think people can link me to the court docs on the 12th? If so, send a Twitter DM. I wouldn't know where to look. Yeah, actually, when the court documents come up, I think we'll have all of that there. We'll all be linking it and having fun there. Drunken Throat Punch, thanks for the $5 super chat. Hey, Tug, maybe we can borrow Steven Seagal from Boba Fett best to kick all these SJW Blue Orcas. By the way, I love your videos and streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Did you watch the new SJW Twilight Zone? Oh, not yet. I do have the on demand there, but I haven't watched it yet. Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. Are you going to tell a story later? I'm not ready yet. You want to tell one in a little bit? Huh?
Why?
You want to tell a story later? Are you?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. You know, can you say I'll be back in a minute?
I'll be back in a minute.
All right. They went to get their nails painted. So she went to go get her nails done. I hate for them. I hate for the little ones to hear this insanity too, in a way, so I got a little bit more of this to cover before we do that. You do have an engaging radio guy voice. Yeah, that's what I like the radio feel to this stuff. I like interactive the way we go, smell it for a Neverworld hater BSing. Like I said, I don't know. I've not had any bad experience with them, so I don't know any of the drama there. I don't keep up with all of that a lot of times. I know some things, like a mundane mad and all of this, because oh Lord, I've had my own experience with that idiot. But could you put your wife on stream for a change? She's stream shy. She doesn't like to do streams there. So what do you ask? Let's see. You should watch Recato Law. Rudeness does not get Vic fired. This is not on me. I'm sorry the lawyer found your screenshots months ago and turned them in. Even deleting your account, Twitter will keep your tweets for up to 8 years. They may ask you for your tweets. You are not part of a conspiracy, but you helped ANN start one. Oh, God, that's fiery, isn't it? Does that sound painful there? Does that sound pretty painful? Huh? That is a very concise statement. I bet that burned. Oh Lord, I bet you could smell. I bet you could just smell them burning on that grill. This is not on me. I'm sorry the lawyer found your screenshots months ago and turned them in. Even deleting your account, Twitter will keep up your tweets for up to 8 years. They may ask you about your tweets. You're not part of a conspiracy, but you helped ANN start one. Painful. Painful like indigestion. There you go. Marty Lund, thanks for $2 super chat. Win this fight so it doesn't fall to our kids. Exactly. That's the thing that kills me with this. I hear people say, oh, I'm tired of this. I'm tired. Sure, that's a weapon that these people love with it. They love the idea that you stop talking, because they never do. They never stop. They're horrible. If you see some of the leak shit, I can't even show you some of the stuff that comes out of rooms where these people come from, because it'll give away sources. But if you see these people behind the scenes, if you think they're bad like this is them messaging people. Imagine them together. Imagine what they do there. You can let your imagination soar with it, because these folks, you've already seen leaked proof that people out there will dox a person. They'll go after their life and livelihood because, hey, just a game to them. They don't give a crap. They will burn somebody down. So you can imagine what they'll do out there, and it's a mess. Azrael St. Cloud, thanks for the $2 super chat. Tug, did you see Ren was talking about you 2 hours ago? It's because she's desperate. She can talk all she wants. It's because of desperation. When you're desperate out there, you got to latch on to your betters. And well, you know how that goes. 06902. Thanks for $2 super chat. The gut punch. Exactly. Oh man, that's just your opinion, man. Is that right? It's just your opinion. Ren who? Mike Lombardo, thanks for the $2 super chat. We cannot let up on the fight against these people. Well, you can't. I don't think you can. I don't really think you can. Looking for claps and Twitter theater. Yep, that's what they do. I mean, that's all they do. They stand up and they say, "Current year." In current year, it's got to applaud. It's got to keep applauding. Like I say, one day, the ugliest thing in this is that everybody that's doing this, every one of people, everybody that thinks this is a conversation too, if you think this is an equal conversation that you're having, this could very well be you. Somebody decides in the current year that you make a nice speed bump. They decide that they want to, ride over it on the way, on their little virtue field trip. And well, hmm, suddenly that's your life on the line, and it's not so fun anymore. And then you really value due process. People like Chris Hardwick learned that the hard way. The hard way. Chris Hardwick, he goes out and, he's a listening believer, a very firmly entrenched listening believer, very much espousing views like that. Then an old girlfriend decides to say that he's a monster. Now, press picks up on that. They decide they're going to burn him down. He loses, he loses everything pretty much. He has it all fall apart. Luckily, he had some old messages that he shared from that time that showed that the reality she was spinning was not quite so clean cut. Now, is Chris Hardwick probably a D-bag? Probably. He seems like a very awful human being, but it doesn't matter what I think about him. When I say probably, like that or not, that's not a reason to take away someone's life and livelihood. But to these people, it was. Now, even when he came back after showcasing, this person was obsessed with him, mad that he didn't stay in a relationship. Yeah, I mean, he still lost staffers. He almost lost all of his jobs there, and he will always have that stain on him. What about Johnny Depp? I mean, you've seen the back and forth. Apparently, again, you can believe which person you want to believe. I choose to believe no one until they get to court. But it's crazy that when Johnny Depp is firing back about the Amber Heard stuff, the media crucified the man. Places like the Mary Sue, they spent months brigading this dude. Then you find out that he may have, in fact, had a finger cut off with a bottle. He may have had, he may have been assaulted multiple times. So, yeah, it's very interesting playing field. You may end up on the wrong side of, only gibberish. Thanks for $2 super chat. Hey, how's it going there? Lots of people talk about my umbrella gun. I know, it breaks my heart too. That's okay. People are allowed to have their own opinion. I mean, they're allowed to think that. The problem is that they don't. Here, let me see if I can give you that wrench, Peter. There you go, buddy. Yo, Tug. When the little one comes back, ask her what color goody birds are. Okay, I'll ask her that. But I didn't hide anything. I know rudeness did not get him fired. However, I did not personally accuse him of anything but. I didn't accuse him of anything, but I just called him a homophobe, and I spread around statements about him being a sexual abuser, but I didn't really call him anything, because I in good faith believe accusation. It is my legal truth. Now, your legal truth is not to go out and defame people. That's not a legal truth. The truth legally is that when you do that, legally you can be held accountable for that. I mean, come on, people. Darth Bobcat, thanks for $5 super chat. Serious question. I noticed that a lot of what Vic is accused of is what people are dragging Biden over. Is there a major difference in your eyes? I think if you want to look at the difference, I think that everyone deserves due process. So no, ultimately at the end of the day, when people are trying to burn people's lives down, I think they do it because they firmly entrench into camps. Does the stuff with Biden look creepy? Sure, what I've seen. But again, due process, the hardest time to have due process asserted is when it's not, like Edwin Boyette would say, when it's not a paper tiger, when it actually goes, if there's some jackass that you don't like, seems like garbage, still, I tell you, the worst case out there for me, the one that bothers me the most is someone that I know is guilty. It's Bryan Singer. I know the man's guilty. I know the man is guilty, but he's managed to dodge justice. Still, he's allowed due process, and due process, it does fail sometimes, unfortunately, in there. So, that's the sad thing about people with power too. A lot of these people with power, with Biden, the difference of the drag with Biden is the fact that most of the evidence is on camera. Secret Service report, because the agent almost killed him. I think Anybody can be brought in. I mean, you have to. It's the hardest thing to do out there. Wing Paragon, thanks for the £5 super chat. Opinions are like testicles. No, not that everyone has to. Kick them hard enough. Don't matter how many you have. There you go. Not that everybody has to. Oh, that's funny. That's an interesting analogy. I think it's I think that's a good one there. But yeah, I mean, do you find it interesting though that there's not one shred of videotape that shows a Vic Mignogna out there doing anything? I mean, don't we find that interesting? We find brigading. I still think you have to be very careful on every setup there. And does due process fail? Yes, it can fail. It can indeed. It's a slippery slope there. But if we do not go out and abide by the rule of law, all these people love the whatabouts. Well, the one whatabout that we end up with is when it focuses on you. The one thing I always think about not is, ooh, if that were your daughter, if that were what if it were you? Would you want due process? Yes, I very much would. I very much would need due process. Take a big lug from the Tug Lug mug. There you go. I love those designs, dude. They're cool. You should check out, if you want to check out the mugs and stuff like that. My brain is shutting down. Need dopamine. So I only accused a public figure of things he himself had confessed to, and what of dozens of witnesses from said occurrences. I only went out and accused a guy of homophobia when he admitted to it, only he didn't, I mean, hey, let's be real here, guys. I only accused him of what he admitted to. Come on. Are you kidding me with this garbage? Ugh, I swear. Let's see. But that's the thing. I only personally accused him of rudeness, something that does not get him fired. Everything else was in good faith, believing others, with examples at hand. I did not state he had committed any sort of sexual assault until others came forward. Now it changed. Did you see that? I did not state he had committed any sort of sexual assault until. So you did state that. You did state that. Oopsie. Oopsie. Again, you said, well, I've never had any experience with this. I don't know, but I did have some experience with it on Monster. Itchy. I would start reading this and mess me up. Itchy Cinco Negroni, thanks for the $2 super chat. Opinions are like testicles. Only men should have them. Oh, abort. Abort. Let's see. I did not state he had committed any until other people. I stated that I had read that he was creepy, which is absolutely true and provable. He's creepy out there. What standard is that? What standard is just calling someone creepy? You're creepy. Oh, okay. Well, that's true. That's provable. How is that provable? I always thought like Vic came across as I actually, until I got to see more of it, I thought he was homosexual, and does that make it provable because I thought that? No, of course not. I mean, that's not the case. Yeah. I mean, come on. Seriously. Only gibberish. Thanks for $2 super chat. You can hug me without consent. I plan on it. I plan on it. Creepiness is being creepy. These people, again, what they consider creepy? They consider creepy voting the wrong way, having the wrong set of beliefs, having the wrong skin color and current year, having the wrong set of genitalia. That's what they consider creepy. So funny how Marzgurl went quiet again. Marzgurl is very loud on other stages. Marzgurl is just very quiet on places like Twitter, but Marzgurl is very, very loud on other stages. Very, very loud. As I said, I had no interesting testimony. I was asked questions by A&N Bamboo, but to my knowledge, none of it was used. At least nothing recognizable in the article. The censored picture on Kiwi Farms is not me. Oh, I'd love to know about this right here. So Ann Bamboo definitely, A&N Bamboo. I just call them Ann Bamboo. But A&N Bamboo, did indeed interview this person. They were looking for something sumptuous out there. And man, if that's another place, if Ty Beard goes after anyone. I would hope to God he would go after those ANN journos, because that's where you're going to find out what all of these people were saying. I mean, when you see just random garbage thrown out there, when you see, I'm going to keep that one up there. But I mean, when you go out, and I wonder, like when I look at this stuff, like this statement here, I always wonder what this was about. With again another voice actor, how can I correspond with you? I have something you might want to hear. This is the kind of stuff that you find out about through discovery. You find out how big this has gone on, how ugly it's been there. Sierra Rains, thanks for $2 super chat. What did I miss? Sorry I'm late. Oh, it's fine. You're okay there. I actually talked about, I'm going to put one part in a video. Actually, I'm going to drop it right after this. It'll go up there. I talked about it more in depth, but something I thought was a little more conspiratorial with the Marzgurl thing. Then I read over something that I think is interesting because of how they're trying to deflect. And all of this is about deflection. Now we're going through Han Leia stuff. These are a lot of leaked DMs. Let me make something perfectly clear too. I personally do not leak DMs. I don't leak them regardless of which side you're on. If you contact me or on, I've never done that. I just don't. I'll take that back. There was one thing involving something you might find out about later on where I talked about one thing a person did discuss. You'll find that to be particularly interesting, but I've never burned sources on anything or anything like that. I don't know. Now this, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on anyone. That this stuff right here, it was not asked for. There was nothing, this was them coming out of the blue, pointing a finger in someone's face and saying, you stand with doxers. So they talk about them being on Kiwi farms and, that's not me. The only time I believe I contacted, Lindsay, so they're talking about yet another one there through DMs, was long after things were published. So this person admits right off the bat two contacts with ANN representatives. It's amazing how they say things, and when they bring them up, these statements here, they're brought up thinking that you can say more and dig yourself out of something, but really the more you speak sometimes, the deeper that hole gets. That's the way it goes. How had I not subbed to you? I've been watching your videos ever since this started. Change that now. Appreciate that. You may have subbed too. You actually may have, and YouTube is very bad about that. I'll say that with anybody. Check to make sure that you're subscribed to the people you enjoy. I'm actually very close to 25K. I really want that 25K subscribers too. I think I'm like 130 short. So if you do like this kind of content, make sure to sub, please. I would like to hit that just because I need that there. It'll be good there. I started time and time again. I stated rather time and time again that I didn't start anything. I was following a conversation that was already happening. Yes, I tweeted about him before, but maybe a handful of conversations in years, usually only when relevant conversations before it was something frequently mentioned. So I never tweeted about him until other people did. Of course, when we started this out, remember, I've been talking about this stuff since 2010, 2012. These narrative chunks, they don't fit together, do they? They don't fit together at all, do they there? Dragon Fist 900, thanks for the $1.99. Super Chat Tug, the big one. Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo? Right now, PS, my friend. That's where I've been. I have a soft place to, for nostalgic Nintendo, but not for new Nintendo. I've not gotten on that with a lot. And right now, like I say, a lot of stuff. The PS is always. It's been doing that for me for a little while. Now, I had to say Microsoft for a while. I had some good platform back when, but lately it's been all Sony. Thanks for, let's see, Dean Domino 25. Thanks for $5 super chat. If ANN gets sued, think it would be funny for us to be outside the courthouse chanting the dreaded word Gawker, 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 Gawker. That would be beautiful. I think that would actually be very beautiful. I think it would be very profound and touching as well. I think people should Should definitely do that. You did mention a 24-hour live stream. Free streams back. Yeah, 50,000 though. No way. Yeah. That's at 50, not at 25. There ain't no way in hell. There's no way in hell I could do. I don't think my voice could hold up for for freaking 24 hours. I don't know exactly how I would do that. Oof. It's like I'd probably die over. I have to give it to Ricada there. I think if I did that too, I think someone in my family would probably murder me. I'd have to be like, I'd have to like be like Walter White. I'd have to like roll in a barrel of freaking cash that I'd made with my blue meth money or something before I could get ignored. Yeah, I don't know if I could get away with that. Let's see. Yes, tweeted about the responses to my tweets with actual accusations were why it blew up. In my tweet, I explicitly stated that I thought it would have no impact on his career. Yeah, I just called him a homophobe. I just said he was an abuser. But hey, I didn't think it would have any effect on his career, because I definitely wasn't brigading. Yep. Yeah, I got you there. We're still holding you to it. Hey, it's a long ways away. It's a long ways away. When it was starting to seem like it would, it was only because others with accusations or in power started talking about it. Yeah, I need to do a 24-hour stream. Yeah, in Walter White's voice. Yeah. I'm the one who knocks. I'm the one who streams. Is that what I need? I need to like do that. Hey there, I'm the one who streams. Be like your GD, right? Okay, anyway, there are hundreds of people who actually created accusations. Why exactly would everyone go after nobody who claimed no experience other than rudeness, defended his right to Christian panels and shut down that argument against him when it was brought up in my thread, and has no real power to do anything and was in the end only a coincidental pawn? Now they were just a pawn in the game. See that what's bad about it? Again, look at their wording here. And they were a pawn in this. Well, a pawn, that says that there were moves on the board, right? That says that there was something going on. They're admitting that the brigading out there was pretty nasty, right? Real Spider Phantom, thanks for the $2 super chat. I'm only subbing when I'm still watching. I'm only subbing who I'm still watching after it's over. Hey, that makes sense as well. There are people out there that have never subbed. I have people that, that have tuned in, and people just tuning in. Honestly, that's something that, even agree, disagree. I mean, you're allowed to have your opinions. You're allowed to think that, these people are awful. You're allowed to think that everybody that talks about it is a gold digging moron. You can think whatever you want. You tuning in, people can at least respect that, or they should. They can argue with you, but that's what these other people forget. They forget how they get a stage or they get a voice in the first place. It's because other people, they allow that to be made manifest. You have your own voice, but other people carry it forward. I have nothing to do with them anyway. They continue. I want nothing to do with this shit show and have completely distanced myself from it weeks ago. If they are in fact lying, they are absolutely in the wrong and would be liable. Everything else is a matter of personal truth, opinion, and perspective. No, there is no matter of personal truth or opinion or perspective. Like if you are going out and you are brigading to burn someone down and you can't back that shit up, then hey, you're liable. That's what this person knows too. They went out and initiated contact on this, and look how much they do. I also know Twitter has my tweets. I know they have been archived, screenshots created. I publicly stated this as soon as I took them down. I deleted my Twitter because people were going through personal photos way back. They even went through my old friends from 2013, potentially putting them in danger as well. Just please try to keep my name out of your mouth. This is absolutely ridiculous. So keep my name out of your mouth. You better keep my name out of your mouth. Oh, you like that there? You like the way they don't like the way that turns around on them, do they? Yes, they're special. They're a special kind of that for sure. For sure. Ugh. Who is this? This is Han Leia. This is one of the people that started this fire. There were about we realize the Mars girl, but even when these people are trying to back away, Mars Girl has been pointing the finger at this person too, because this person was there. One of the biggest statements out there, and they admit they had been brigading against Vic Mignogna since 2010 to 2012. They were proud of that fact until, again, they got that middle finger there. I took it down before then in late February. So, they're putting in their statements and on. All right. So there's another folder down. there's a few of these. I know it takes a few minutes, but it's worth it, I think. So, I mean, when you look at the stuff that's thrown out there, here's some of the statements and on, from the 22nd back when. Here are all the cons Vix is going to in 2019, just to remind you of how horrible these people are. Please stop inviting this sexual predator to your events, and you see all of this brigading come together. Hey, Funimation, why do you employ a known pedophile? Wait a minute. Did they say that? Because remember all those things that we looked through? Where they said they didn't make any statements like that? You remember that, right? A friend linked me to this CW underage sexual assault. Wait a minute. They didn't make any accusations out there, did they? They totally didn't say anything bad, did they? They never did that. I mean, all they did was they said that they knew he was rude, but all the other stuff there, they totally never said that. They never wanted to cost him his job. Remember that narrative portion that we just went through? Again, I know it takes a while to go through all of this stuff, but very, very interesting, the reality versus the fantasy. This person now is out there talking about how people are bullying and harassing them. I mean, right now, I'm sure they'll go into overdrive about this. They've been talking about how everybody out there has been picking at them. They were threatening someone else, getting involved in a doxing conversation about someone else as well. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Good stuff there, isn't that? Good stuff, at the court of, also for the record, unless there's absolute proof, someone says in another conversation, these are, unless there's absolute proof of actual instances of assault, and I'm not expecting Vic to go to jail. However, the way is rude, makes people uncomfortable, and incredibly insensitive is the reason for him to be canned. If the court of law finds him guilty of those things, yes, throw him in jail. If there isn't enough evidence, then obviously. But also, sexual harassment does not need to be criminal for it to cost one their job. Wait a minute. I thought you said you didn't want him to lose his job again. I'm confused by this whole thing. Did I not read that right? Maybe I maybe I just went through this wrong. Maybe I'm just reading that all wrong. Cassius, thanks for the $10 super chat. What's been predicted came true. And when the threat of litigation came to face, they either threw each other under the bus or denied involvement. Also, remember my super chats come with y'all tags. Oh, Lord, y'all tags. Oh, man, got to give that up there, huh? Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Man, I'm telling you, like when these people, they co-opt everything. Like someone asks, why can't we have nice things? We can't even have our own words that belong, in certain areas. We can't have any of that. We can't have our colloquialisms. I mean, they are co-opted by these people. We can't have any of it at all. Ugh. So, did you? You can see where this was carried forward to. I know you guys really need a boogeyman to pin this on, but did you know that this tweet had about 8,000 likes and hundreds of personal testimonies a day or so before it was ever tweeted about Vic? This was a month after. Vic's stories didn't suddenly show up because I tweeted later. Oh, yeah, no, it's just when the brigading got rolling. Then that's when it happened. Now, here's a statement to Han Leia. I apologize. I should have phrased it better. The point wasn't that I thought you started it, but that it was being, that it was being discussed by a mountain of people for a while. Trying to pin it on you was not my intent, and I see how it came across. I have to apologize. You notice who starts getting in there. In Yellow Flash, you actually see a little bit of back and forth, saying, he says, I didn't start this. You can thank Twitter user Han Leia for the resurgence. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you see something here? Hypocrisy again? Do you smell that? So, hey, wait, it wasn't Han Leia that started that. Wait a minute here. You can thank Twitter user Han Leia for the resurgence in talking about Vic back in January. Hey, wait a minute. What? These people can't even keep week to week the narrative going on. Wait, Han Leia didn't start this. Yeah, Yellow Flash, Han Leia started this, a person who doesn't even live in the United States. I love this stuff. Oh, it hurts me inside, Dunscap Dorman. I like that. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Somehow, these voice actors think they have the same level of fame as Hollywood actors. I know I wouldn't know one from the other guy on the street. Yes, very much so. And when you when you look at, I would say, again, no offense to them, but when you go out and you look at celebrity, these would be very much D-level celebrity, much like comics, and everything else. But these people think that they are rock stars. They think that they are freaking rock stars. Like a Marzgurl. You saw Marzgurl as a Tumblr user, a Twitter user, a YouTuber. And they think they're celebrity. That baffles me. I mean, they have 18,000 subs. Like that's not celebrity. I mean, I have 24,000. That's not celebrity. That's just having a small platform where you can talk to people. It's a lot of people. I appreciate that, but you're not a rock star. Shit, you're just part of something there. You're not even a loud voice. I mean, that's the reality. People, they don't really recognize anything in that. I mean, it's just amazing how these people react. But yeah, I like that. I like the way that comes together. Like I said, oh, wait a minute, oh, I thought it was more you liking and inserting yourself into every single post with a hashtag. My bad. Some of these conversations were a lot of fun, but you see how that went over. And like I say, Vic, he was a homophobe. He was a monster back then, but of course they don't want any weight with that. They didn't want the way that comes. It comes in pints, games, and more. That's funny. Thanks for the $5 super chat. No statement there, but I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I think you're a rock star, Tug. Oh, thanks, Church Bell. Yeah, it's the problem isn't if someone else actually thought you were a rock star. It would be when you start thinking you're a rock star. That's when the true problems start happening. When these people, their problems, comics and on, when they started believing they were rock stars, that's when we have problems. So we have Han Leia here. I mean, there's here, let me catch this. Rose Durham, thanks for $5 super chat. Watching KickVic is like watching an episode of Insatiable. Yeah, these people, they will basically hump the leg of any accusation they can, and men, of course, they need to back away. They're the ones, in fact, I mean, which is worse, humping the leg of that accusation and saying, I didn't do it, or hugging a person at a con. KickVic's weird soap opera ever. Yes, I love it. I love this on the ground coverage of it. I love it. I mean, it's interesting watching. I hate the way it started, but I love watching it because it is like a disaster watching it roll forward, and I can't look away. I mean, I can't look away. So you saw them. I mean, there's reason to believe he had sex with underage girls in those situations. Wait a minute. There must have been multiple people sharing stories of him groping them. You like how that came up there? How often does this happen? Pedo hunters attempted to pull a Chris Hansen on him at a con. So you see that, again, you see the way that came together. Stop lying about Vic and leave him alone, you stupid bee. And while you're at it, stop telling your brainwashed Les, I can't stop what I'm not doing. Oh, yeah. I can't stop what I'm not doing out there. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm a good person. I'm such a great person, Just on appearance alone, Vix looks like the type of guy to be creeping on underage spaces. However, how is that not a red flag? Not calling him something, not trying to burn him down, right? I mean, I don't think we should just on appearance alone, but people do usually have a good instinct for detecting vibes. So, just on looking at him, he looks like a creeper. We've heard that. We've heard that a few times, but they're not calling him creepy. They're calling him a creeper, which is much, much different. You can also see, wow, uh, talking about cons here. So wow, they responded, so I got contact. So I contacted here. You have a con, yes, using a form. Got a 1-sentence email back immediately from a personal email, not a con email. We'll see if it goes anywhere. But seeing as they know a couple of artists back home who attended, the best I can do is this. So of course, brigading and trying to get someone removed from cons there. Beautiful stuff. Hey, they're having Vic again. Cough because the founder, despite him being awful to staff for years. So do you want to do a solid and scroll down to contact us and ask them to reconsider? Again, they didn't try to cost him jobs. They didn't try to ruin him. They just went out, tagged Funimation in it, tried to destroy that part. They just considered people going out and brigading against conventions and on. It's just when they thought about what might actually come down the pike that they had a problem with it, Oh, I love Vic Watt. He's a huge D I've had to deal with. Staffing, con, not fun. Wow, I thought he was nice. My dreams are shattered. I have Todd Habercorn. Todd, he's super sweet. I wonder what you think about Todd now. You can go all the way back to 2013 to some of this stuff. I mean, when you look at that there, and that's what's interesting too is when you look at some of the conventions that have actually had people brigading against them. This is someone who also went after this person that they were going with. They went hard at Hawaii Con. I mean, these people, again, this just gives you a snippet of who they are. But remember, out of all of that, if you take anything away from it, they didn't do anything wrong. I've never personally witnessed any problem out there. All they were doing is saying it was rude. They never said anything bad about him. They never tried to ruin him there. There were hundreds of thousands of other people that were trying that. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? Open my own studios, Tuggamation. All right. I think it's going to be, I think it's story time now. Hey, little one. Hey, you want to tell a story? All right, well, get Mama water. So I got to get Mama water. Tech should employ the Weeb's recent support to kickstart the true Umbrella Corporation. Yeah, that's the way we should go with it. Man, have you been running? Was that you breathing hard because you were running? Man, you were trying to get in here and make sure that you had story time.
Am I just in time?
You are just in time. Did you get your fingernails painted, by the way?
Yep.
Can I see them? What do they look like? Can you tell the people out there they can't see them?
Ladybugs and flowers and butterflies. I taught somebody to do it.
You taught somebody to put ladybugs and flowers and stuff on your fingernails? That is so pretty.
The girl who.
Let me see them. Oh, wow. They are very pretty. We'll have to take a picture and show people out there. They are very nice. Yeah. Man. So, what kind of amazing story are you going to tell us today?
Let me think.
Let you think? Okay. Is it going to be a scary story? Because I love scary stories. Yeah.
Yes. I need to think what scary story it will be about.
Okay, there's, oh man. That's Llama Gigante.
Llama Gigante.
He asked if a giant llama, right, fought a monster unicorn, who would win?
Monster unicorn, because only monster llamas throw trash over here.
Oh, so monster llamas are litter bugs? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, little bug.
And what
That's
monster
a
unicorns
little
don't like?
bug.
That means they throw a lot of trash around. So
Mhm.
so monster llamas throw a lot of trash around, and unicorns don't like that.
The unicorn monster.
You're crazy. The unicorn monster wouldn't like that. Why not?
Because it's the one in my story.
Yeah. Well, why don't I mean? Is that what they do? Is that what they destroy things?
Yeah.
And they destroy people who throw trash out. So if I were driving down the road and say I had some trash and I thought I don't want this trash in my car, and I threw it out on the highway.
Give me.
Yeah, well, don't do that anymore.
Fix that switch on March Hare.
That's March Hare. Oh man, yeah, you know March Hare out there, don't you?
Yeah, he didn't confuse me.
He didn't, did he? He said little umbrella story time. Oh man, that's nice, huh? So if I was driving down the road and I threw out trash out my window, would a monster unicorn come for me?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that makes Llama Gigante. Gosh, they lost to a giant crab. You said would beat a giant llama, right? And what could a giant llama beat?
Ant.
An ant? Yeah, I'll show that picture actually. Let me pull that up. An ant. It could beat a giant. It could beat a giant ant. Oh man. I guess there you are. I heard giant ants are strong though.
But the llama is stronger than giant ant.
Oh, so a llama would be stronger than a giant ant. Man, at least we know in that fight. Here, let's show the people this picture. Huh? Yeah, I've heard that they're pretty strong.
No, they aren't. They're pretty weak. I fought with one before.
You fought with a giant ant. What was it doing? Was it trying to steal your picnic basket or something?
No.
Hey, there's that picture I wanted to show. Can you say that's Pixlexia's? Can you say that name, Pixlexia?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's who made that picture for you. It's cute. Huh? You like that? That's cute, huh?
That's so funny.
I like it. It's very cute. So you fought a giant ant. Tell me more about that fight.
And it was weak.
It was weak? I mean, what was it trying to do? What was it?
Steal my toys.
Steal your toys? What would it do with toys?
Eat them.
It would eat them.
Fix the switch.
That's Zephyr Warrior.
Zephyr Warrior.
Yeah, I said unicorn monster, the exterminator of litter bugs. That's true. I guess that is a type of bug, isn't it? When we get in bug fights.
What's a bug?
You know what a bug is. Crazy.
No, what's a little one?
What's a little one? I don't know. Let's see.
Little.
So wait. So how would you beat a giant ant?
I kicked it in the face.
Kicked it in the face. Did it only take one kick? Two kicks? Okay. Man. It just
no, 10.
10. Really? It just sat there and you just kept kicking it. Bam, 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 bam. Huh? Were you like, I'm gonna kick you off my planet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say that in a mean voice? I'm gonna kick you off my planet.
I'm gonna kick you off my planet.
Did you growl that?
No.
Yeah. Can you say, I'm going to become the god of the new world? Oh, wow, man. That's crazy. All right. So what do you want to tell us a story about today?
What do you want me to tell a story about? Fix that switch on my chair.
Just for the record, I had 20 on Llama Gigante. Oh, man. He thought that the llama would actually win. He thought the llama would win against the giant unicorn. That's what he was saying.
Just unicorn did.
You're already in trouble there. So what kind of story do we want? Do we want to ask chat?
What story do you want?
They can tell us. You know they like those Death Note stories, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm mixing it with a Death Note story.
Is that what you're going to mix up in there? You're going to put a Death Note story? You're going to put in there?
What else stories do they like?
That's what they're saying. Look, there's the pink Death Note. That one said. Death Note. There's another one. Something about a wizard.
What that?
So,
not that one.
You don't want magic?
No, the one about the sea.
Oh, about the sea. So you want to make it about the sea and pink Barbie Death Notes? Okay. Well, tell us the story then.
I was butt talking.
What?
Butt talking.
Butt talking. Is that what that was? Gross. That's nasty. Man. Hey, Peter Gilmore was asking too. So goody birds. What color is a goody bird?
Purple, magenta.
Pink, purple, magenta.
Those are my favorite colors.
Those are your favorite colors? Oh man, so they are pretty good. She jacked on sugar today? No, she's just crazy sometimes there.
Crazy. You're crazy.
I am. What's that?
No, he is. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks for the super chat. Is that what you said?
No.
Zexis Crane. Can you say thanks, Crane? That probably be the words you get out there. Yeah.
Crazy.
Need a story of Little Umbrella
crazy.
Adventures. He's
Crane
crazy.
Is crazy.
Is he? Is it cool crazy though?
He's super crazy.
Super crazy. Man, what kind of crazy would he get into? What do you think these people
crazy like a crane?
Like a crane? Oh my goodness. Hey, I got another picture for you. If you're telling a Death Note story, let me pull this up. Somebody made you another picture I think you'll enjoy.
Aww.
I know. People make cool artwork. Somebody made this for you. What do you think about that?
Me finding a big Death Note.
Yeah.
Wait, me doesn't have a pink umbrella face.
No, that's just them showing that. So you like that? You like that's cool? Yeah.
I butt talked again.
Gross. All right. So tell us your story.
Once upon a I'm too happy to that one and giggly.
Okay. Well, you're not telling a story then?
I am.
They'll cry.
No. I'm good at telling stories.
Okay.
Wait.
Hey, wait. How old are you? They were asking.
5.
5. Yeah.
I have to tell you something.
Okay, you tell me something.
Why are you the Shimigami?
Because I guess they put that together. Can you count how old you are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. So that would mean that you would be in that. Who would that person be?
Yeah, Yagami.
Like Yagami. But who's your favorite person? Who's your favorite person though in Death Note? Is it Misa?
Yeah.
Misa. Is that?
Yeah, but she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. You love putting.
And she's the second Kira.
And she's the second what?
Kira.
Is that right?
Yeah, Kira.
Is that?
Kira.
It's hilarious.
Kira.
Okay, so
Kira.
So tell us about if you found that if that was you with the Death Note, what would happen?
I would get back.
You'd give it back?
No, I would get back to the place I started at.
Oh.
Thanks for the
Oh, that's Winged Paragon. You say thanks, Winged Paragon?
Thanks, Winged Paragon.
I said, like who would win? I said Little Umbrella. Who would win? Llamas or Dad? Who would win? Dad. Oh, really? I would win? Thank goodness. Bam.
But thanks for the chat.
Oh, it's Shadow Golf.
Shadow Golf.
Have you ever heard of?
She's so cute.
No, actually, no, she hasn't. She hasn't yet. So she's. Let's see.
Like a volcano.
He's cute like a volcano. Are volcanoes? Wait, are volcanoes cute?
A butterfly volcano blowing up.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it blows out butterflies. I got you there. It's a volcano that blows out butterflies. Yeah. Is that my daughter? Yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah. Okay, so tell us your story so we can end.
Once upon a time, I'm gonna add regular Death Note and a Deep Blue Sea.
Okay, well, tell us.
Once upon a time, but I'm not gonna add a Yagami.
Okay, well, yeah, that's just a picture.
Once upon a time.
I'll put up a different one. Here, you go ahead. Tell it. Once upon a time.
Wait. Why are you the Shimigami Yuke?
Because just somebody put me in there. They draw pictures, the people are nice and they give us some pictures,
Why?
They like to hear. What about this one? How's that one? You like this picture?
That's cute.
Okay, I'll put this one up so you're not distracted by the picture. Let's put this one up then.
Yeah.
Okay, so once upon a time, what?
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Fish. She saw a notebook falling down and 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 down until it landed.
All right. What color was it?
That she went out to get it.
She went out to get it? What color was it?
Pink.
Pink? Okay.
I'm using clay for the Death Note.
Yes, we have props here, by the way, again. Right, we always have props, don't we?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I picked it up.
You picked it up.
I said Death Note. Is it a notebook of death?
It's a notebook of death? Oh, my goodness.
And then I saw Light Yagami.
You saw Light Yagami?
I want to marry him.
You want to what? Why would you want to marry Light Yagami?
Because he was the second kill.
Oh my goodness.
I was the first one.
You were the first Kira?
Yeah, duh.
Oh, that is a plot twist and a half
Even
there.
he had one too.
Did he?
And then I went to say hi.
You went to say hi? Was he nice or mean?
Nice.
Oh man. So did I guess if he was nice, what about that guy that was hunting him? What's his name again? L. What do you think about L?
He's so bad.
He's a bad guy? All right.
I'm drawing out.
Are you drawing out? Okay.
I mean, I'm making it out of clay.
Yeah, she's making a prop L. Okay, so
yeah, I'm making a prop L.
All right, since you were the first Kira, doesn't that mean L would come after you too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I killed him in my Death Note.
How would you do that?
Because I got the Shimigami eye.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course you got the Shimigami eyes. That's right. So you just saw him one day and you were like, psh, I know his name. What was that name he was using? What was his name?
Rizaki.
Ryazaki? Man.
Yeah, that nobody would figure out his name.
Nobody figured out his name there.
Would you make Yagami out of a piece of clay?
Make like Yagami out of clay? I don't know how good I can do that.
You just take some clay and
make a little stick figure, I guess. Okay, well, finish your story. Tell them about it.
And then I saw him. And then I saw Rizaki said, hey.
So you saw Rizaki, said, hey. Then after you saw him, then what happened?
Then I said, are you hunting for a second kidda?
So you just asked him straight up, are you hunting for... And what did he say?
Yes.
Yeah. So after he did that, what did you do?
I said, you stink and I don't like you.
You told him straight up, you stink and I don't like you.
Yeah.
Did that hurt his feelings?
And then he ran away.
He ran away? Oh my goodness. But, you know, did he know that you were the first Kira?
No.
Okay, good thing. So then what happened?
And then
what?
Fix was Jack.
That's Andrew Collins. Can you say thanks, Andrew? He said, oh my gosh, you're the first Kira. Oh no, everybody run for your lives.
No, I'm not the first kid. I'm really
Oh, you're not really. That was pretend. Whew, gosh, man. I thought we were in trouble.
A me now.
Okay, all right. So.
Now you need a me. Would you make me out of clay too?
Yeah, sure. But you have to finish your story.
And then I got a new pet.
A new pet? What kind of pet?
A frog.
A pet frog? So after you dealt with your Death Note business? Is this after you wrote Ryazaki's name in the Death Note?
Yep.
Okay, so then you got a pet frog. What would happen if your frog got in there and started trying to use the Death Note?
Ryazaki knew it was Kida. Then it put mine in jail.
Wait, it put the frog in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be the perfect pinpoint there. They'd never catch you because you just blame it on your pet frog. Is that right?
Pet frog.
The pet frog did it. I got you. Here you go. Here is you.
And I need Wizaki.
All right. So tell us is that the end of that story?
No.
Okay.
I just need props.
You need props.
Lots of props.
Lots of props. Why do you need so many props?
I just need 3 props.
Okay. I'm working on them. I have a little ball of clay here. I'm making props while we're talking here.
And then...
Can you...
Big Swisher Jet.
That's Wing Paragon. He says he's off to bed. He says off to bed. Can you tell him bye-bye?
Bye. Why is he leaving?
Oh, because he's tired, probably. He lives somewhere that's far away, right? They don't live close, and and it's really late where they're at. You got to get sleep. Can they leave? Or will you get the death note on them?
And then Mizaki said, "Why do you have a pet frog? 'Cause I got it.
Okay.
And I want to marry a Yagami."
So you sticking with the Marion Yagami, huh?
Yeah, 'cause he's my best friend.
Okay.
And I hugged him.
You did, huh?
He's the best hero ever, I said.
It's they said it's 1 o'clock in the morning where they're at. So it's really late.
And then Mizaki played my pet frog. Say, "Go away, Mizaki."
Is that what you said, or who told him to go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hugged Yagami.
You hugged like Yagami. Did you like Yagami nice or mean? I always thought he seemed like he would be mean. So he's nice?
Would you make a death note out, Queen, now?
Well, you better finish up your story.
And then...
We're not the end.
The end.
That's just the end right there.
And then... Oh, do you want more?
Yeah, well, finish your Deep Blue Sea real quick. You want to tell your Deep Blue Sea story?
Once upon a time,
me
and Yagami were hanging out because we got married.
Okay. Man, so you were hanging out by the Deep Blue Sea, or what?
By Deep Blue Sea.
Okay.
We got a beach chair. Oh, fixed with Sujack Crane.
Crane, you remember that one really well. Because
he did confuse me,
Duh. We have that Umbrella Guy ultimate weakness. Story time. Oh man, they have the weakness of story time because they love it. All right, so you and Light Yagami were hanging out by the ocean, by the Deep Blue Sea, and what?
Even my frog pet was.
Okay, and then what happened?
Because he came to a wedding.
He came to the wedding too. Here's your death note prop. And then what happened?
And then we took my pink death note. I took my beef death note. Oh, would you be Miyazaki?
Yeah, I'm Miyazaki. Here we go. Okay, you took your pink death note.
And you have to say something to them.
Okay. Hey, what are you folks doing? I'm Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
You're under arrest. You're the Kiras.
I
don't know how I came back to life, but okay.
And then a shark came.
A shark came.
Ate Miyazaki.
Oh no, a shark. Oh no, I never expected this to happen.
But you have to escape. Because there's a...
but I escaped out the mouth of the shark. Ha ha ha, I'm still alive. Oh no. Is the shark still behind me trying to chomp on me?
Miyazaki, the shark should chomp on you because you think we're the second Kira.
Is that why? So I just need to stop thinking you're the second Kira and the shark will leave me alone? Is that another Death Note power? It summons sharks?
You have to see the Death Note first.
Okay. Oh gosh, there's a Death Note. I see it. Oh, I touched it. What happens if Ryuzaki touches it?
He could see a Shinigami.
Oh my goodness.
Shinigami out of clay.
I'll make a Shinigami in a minute. Okay. So finish up your story. We got to finish.
Would you hang out with us, Miyazaki?
No, I guess so. Can I put you in jail afterwards?
No. You can't, because the shark will eat you.
Hey,
Fix the super chat.
that's xenophagia. You say it?
Xenophagia.
Yeah, they said would $2 would a $2 super chat save them from the death note?
No.
It wouldn't. Why not?
Because Miyazaki would still put them in jail.
No, but would they be saved from getting written into the death note?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can buy their way out of being killed by the death note.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's actually a pretty good. That's very capitalistic.
Miyazaki,
Yeah,
why were you trying to put us in jail?
because you're wrong. You're bad, and you can't be the god of the new world.
Well,
Hmm.
the other universe said that you were winning in the Death Note in that story, but you're still alive in this story.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense there. Okay, so you were
You
still
know-
alive.
You know why Shinigami do exist?
Why? Why does Shinigami exist?
Because anyone who touches the Death Note can see them.
Oh man, I see.
You've got out of your weeks.
So can you say hi, Chamber of Hearts? Chamber of my heart,
Hey.
rather.
Hey, Tiba.
Okay. Well, here, finish up real quick. So we gotta go.
Then Shinigami flew by, say, Miyazaki, I am a Shinigami.
Mhm.
And only who touches this Death Note can see me.
Do you think that would scare him?
And then, fix with the chat, Queen. Fix with the chat.
That's Gimp Rider too. Can you say things Gimp Rider?
Fix with
So Crane, he said, "Save me. Here's money." Ooh, they gave you some money to save them. Oh, so you're saved there. Oh, Gimp Rider said they're safe too. Thank goodness. All right.
You know why it can fly?
Why?
Because I have wings.
Oh, Shimigami can fly because of wings. Is that why? Okay. All right. Well, here, finish up your story. We gotta go.
And then a shark came and ate the Death Note.
Oh man, why did it eat the Death Note?
But he spit it out afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Fix with the chat.
That's Iasia Frazier. Can you say Iasia? Thanks, Iasia.
Fix Asia.
Not arresting you, hiring you as a government assassin. That would be a way to go.
Look at my new pet, Miyazaki. Isn't it cute?
Hmm.
It's
Well-
a frog.
Oh, you're more obsessed with the frog than everything. Okay. Here, you better tell them bye. You better end your story.
Bye.
You gonna end that? You gonna say in the end?
The end.
I think we were just
We
dancing
don't
around.
need the props anymore.
We don't need the prompts anymore. You gonna squish them then? Squish them all?
They're
No, don't squish us.
hanging out all together.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
I just
So
said.
can you sing us a song to end then? I guess about Pink Death Notes.
Yeah, Death Note. Yeah.
Is that the end of the song? Is that
Yeah.
okay? Well,
Sharks are dangerous. Sharks are dangerous. Sharks are dangerous. Sharks are dangerous.
especially if they eat Death Notes, right?
Death Notes are dangerous too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So tomorrow, I think I may have on. Senpai is Home. I had fun last time we hung out, so I think I may have them on tomorrow. So yeah, you can tune into that, and we'll see what goes on tomorrow. But anyway, all right, I will catch you folks later. I thought it was a lot of fun. She loves telling stories to
someone
folks. So
should
it also puts me in a better mood
make
after
a
these people.
storybook about what I just.
Somebody should make a storybook about your story. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Oh.
even a Death Note.
Oh, they should? Okay. All right. Well,
That
could you say bye
won't-
then?
Bye.
All right.